McMenamin's Edgefield Brewfest is happening once again on Saturday, June 27th. From noon to 7 p.m., there will be live music, lawn games, and everyone is invited, including your kids and well-behaved dogs. Bring chairs and blankets, sit back and relax all day long while enjoying a selection of over 100 of the Pacific Northwest's finest craft beers and ciders. Get tickets now at McMenamins.com. That's McMenamins.com. Today on CityCast Portland, we're talking about big leadership changes coming for our major health providers and Governor Tina Kotek declaring a wildfire emergency. Plus, the Portland winners at this year's James Beard Awards. And joining me today are Willamette Week reporter and author Brianna Wheeler and local food reporter Alex Frane. Welcome, you guys. So glad to have you back on the show. How's it going?
Awesome.
Glad to be here.
I usually kick things off with an opening question so our listeners can get to know our guests a little better, but today's opening question will only be available to our CityCast Portland neighbors. On Thursdays, we offer paying members just a little bonus content because without our member support, we would not be able to keep this podcast going. So thank you so much to our CityCast Portland neighbors. And if you want to join them in supporting the show, getting ad-free listening, getting invites to member-only events, having access to all the opening questions and more, hit up membership.citycast.fm. Okay, now that it's just the cool kids, the idea for our opening question was actually brought to us by Brianna. So thank you so much, Brianna.
You're welcome.
But I'm going to go ahead and set it up. So Portland public pools are opening citywide today, which is a Thursday, and the Oregon Health Authority, or OHA, is walking back a rule that required children under 14 to be accompanied by an adult at these public pool open swims. So starting today, children 10 and up won't need to be accompanied by any adults. This is following significant backlash from the community, aka parents that just need a moment. Can they just have one single hour to themselves this summer, please? So both OHA and Portland Parks and Rec, of course, still recommend adult supervision for children under the age of 14 and over the age of 10. And the Parks Department said it will post new signs this week at every public pool displaying that advice. But OHA is expected to officially change that rule in the next couple of weeks and is already allowing pools to put up recommended supervision signs over the previous required signs, meaning there's going to be a lot of badass little 10 and 11-year-olds unsupervised at public pools. Same with 12 and 13-year-olds, of course. But I'm just curious, Brianna, as a parent, Alex, as a highly opinionated person with a mustache.
That definitely qualifies me.
What do you think about this new rule?
I think you got to be able to drop the kids off at the pool. That sounds, I know that has another meaning.
I don't
reject
like that.
the second meaning.
Okay.
The kids have to be able to dominate the public pools in the summertime. That is their domain. Now, the kiddie pools, those are for the adults. You put those in the backyard, you get into them naked without the children, because the children are at the pool, then you can have your naked time in the backyard in the kiddie pool. You see where I'm going with this? You see?
I do. Yeah. See, so I assume there's still going to be some sort of adult presence at the pool. And I think we can just lose that entirely. Like, I think we should just go full Lord of the Flies. Like, public pool area, certain amount of time, all little kids just running around, building their own society in this, hot summer. It'll be great.
Yeah, the big ones watch the little ones.
Exactly.
You guys,
maybe,
oh my God.
Y'all don't got cousins? The big ones watch the little ones.
Oh
Easy.
my God. So, of course, here comes Claudia with her conservative views. So I think, like most things Portland,
Conservative.
this was an overcorrection. I get 14 being a bit too strict and can imagine like a 12 and 13-year-old having the maturity to like not injure themselves or others. I mean, most of the time. But a 10 or 11-year-old, like, do we not know 10 and 11-year-olds? They need supervision.
There's a spectrum.
It seems young to me, honestly.
I've met 11-year-olds that are like wise beyond their years, and they could probably babysit my 11-year-old. And then I have an 11-year-old who is a chaotic chaos gremlin. So maybe not so much him, but there will be a 12-year-old there to watch him. So,
I'm just saying.
It's all fine to me. It's all a wash.
So do you think you would leave your 11-year-old at a pool for a certain amount of time?
Oh, hell no.
That's hell? Well, guys, I'm just
Well, there
saying,
you go.
couple that, hell no, with like, oh, the outcome is drowning. And you're essentially asking teenagers, by the way, because you're just like, oh, will there be people watching these kids? Yeah, it's usually teenagers.
Yeah.
And it's their summer job. They're supposed to be making sure that people aren't running or drowning. But again, they're teenagers. So I don't know, man. I'm foreseeing another rule change next year after we have like a massive wave of just chaos. I'm thinking that next year it's going to be anyone under 21 will need supervision because that's how our leaders overreact. But I welcome that because then we can finally get a martini station.
That's what I'm saying.
That actually sounds great. I would
Totally.
be super down for an over 21 pool party. I think that'd be awesome.
I think we
Yes.
should do it. I mean, after the pee has been taken out, you know?
Well, yeah.
Well,
You got to refill the whole pool,
Well.
I feel like.
What, Brianna? Well,
I don't know if you can trust those floating resort bars in the pools to be urine free.
yeah,
Oh
you can't
my
be
God.
serving adults martinis and tequila and all. And yeah, pee's going to happen. Pee
Do we want
just
to do
happens.
martinis in the pool? That seems like the wrong drink to be accompanying a
You know
pool
what?
party.
Stay in your lane.
That is my lane.
okay, you know what? We're that's it. Scratch that. Brianna.
I'm naked in the backyard anyway. I don't even care.
Brianna, you're not allowed in the pool. Alex, you're just not allowed. All right. Thank you
That
both for
seems
your
to
answers. Well, before I hand things off to Brianna to explain all that's happening at two of our largest health providers in our region, I wanted to share that CityCast Portland is partnering with Dear Sandy for a week-long residency starting next Monday, so from June 22nd to Sunday, June 28th, and the first 50 coffees sold at Dear Sandy every day will be on us, like that entire week. Limited to one per customer, of course, to make it fair for everyone. We'll also be doing a meet and greet on Tuesday, June 23rd from 9 to 11 a.m., where CityCast Portland neighbors can pick up an exclusive diner-style mug while supplies last. So stop by, say hello, and connect with your fellow listeners or CityCast Portland neighbors, or just swing by and get a free coffee if you're tired of hearing us talk, because we all get it. All right, well, let's jump into some more news. Brianna, both OHSU and Legacy Health have brand new leadership, but didn't OHSU just get a new CEO like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago? What happened?
Yes, it's so messy. You know I love mess. Okay, so we are going to be kind of disseminating some reporting by Andrew Schwartz over, several months of reporting about the OHSU CEO drama and these new female chiefs that we have. So Dr. Susan Huang is the new president and CEO of Legacy Health. Put a pin in that. Amy Schlossman is the new CEO at OHSU. But we have to understand why this is new. So we're going to have to jump back in time a little bit to a few months ago when OHSU removed its chief of healthcare operations, Tarek Salaway, after just a few months on the job. Homeboy was hired in December of 25, removed in April of 26, okay? Salaway says that his firing was a retaliation for raising concerns about spending, workplace bias, patient safety. However, documents reviewed by the Willamette Week suggest that this is a much more complex story than Salaway would have us believe right on the surface. So of these documents, we've got detailed witness statements from an OHSU investigation in early March with OHSU colleagues describing experiences with Salaway that range from obnoxious to unsettling, okay, to condescending, to arrogant, to quick to cast aspersions on matters he still didn't know much about, to didn't seem to read emails or onboarding packets or listen particularly well. And then it gets a little grislier when one official recalls Salaway telling him early on that, this got me together, y'all, quote, "We need to get gangster." What? On Hillsborough Medical Center, whose partnership with OHSU had evidently left Salaway unimpressed. We need to get gangster?
What does that mean?
What
does that freaking mean?
What gangsters are we talking about, Mr. Salaway? Whomst are the gangsters in question? All right.
Maybe like the Corleones, right?
I don't know. Are we talking about like the Crips and the Bloods?
That's just like what dads say, and it's embarrassing. Where you're
Exactly.
just like,
It's the
guys,
cool youth pastor
don't.
move.
Don't
Dad,
say
you don't speak
that.
that language. Don't do that. Ugh. I'm embarrassed saying it. That does sound like something I would say in my real life, though.
And both Brianna and I are actually from gang-infested neighborhoods.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, if I say I'm about to get gangster, we're going to need to clear the room because it's going to mean something when I say that. So another staffer was frustrated with a recent resignation of a colleague, or Salloway was frustrated with this recent resignation. And somehow this kind of stands out as a really intense red flag to me because it's a man and he's about to say something about a woman who has just left her position. He states twice, "I'm going to strangle her." Like, that's a joke. Like,
dude.
Violently threatening someone is a joke, right? And then makes another joke that he's going to cut someone's throat. Like, he's made a joke to the function.
This is the CEO.
And it's a new CEO too, right? It's not like he's earned months and months or years of respect from his colleagues. This is someone coming in fresh and being like, I'm going to strangle you.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. It's deeply upsetting. On the surface, It's deeply upsetting. And then you hear, he's talking about women. Now it's even more upsetting.
Yeah.
So it's a brief tenure, right? He's only there for a couple of months. But we just talked about a red flag. This is double, triple, quadruple red flag. 3 big, high-level employments left the department that he oversaw during his tenure. These are big names. The senior advisor, the vice president and chief ambulatory officer, and his senior executive assistant.
Not a great sign.
So I think this is about the time when the saxophones were starting to get really, really loud.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Salloway has an attorney, Jackie Ford, and she says that this entire investigation is virulently anti-Black, anti-Muslim, anti-LGBTQ. It's a hatchet job designed to discredit Salloway because he raised legitimate concerns. And I'm going to say that is totally a possibility. We all have stories about how we have been wronged in one way or the other by big medicine.
He's Black? I had no idea.
He's a little he is a person of color. He is a person of color. I didn't know that he was LGBTQ though.
I mean,
or Muslim.
Yeah. There's a lot of new revelations here.
Right.
I will say, though, that it was just reported yesterday by OPB reporter Conrad Wilson that OHSU, just to add a little bit more dirt into this, OHSU is suing OPB for their investigation into Salloway's firing. So OPB requested the files of OHSU's investigation and they refused. And so Multnomah County District Attorney's Office ordered OHSU to turn over the full files because what they gave Willamette Week were not the full files. And so they were like, hey, give them to OPB. It's their legal right. And this is what the DA's office said, just to quote, "It's difficult to conceive of a stronger case for the public interest than the removal by the institution of the chief executive of OHSU Health after less than 4 months. OHSU is among the largest public institutions in Oregon, and its health system leadership is a matter of genuine public consequence." So in the lawsuit against OPB, OHSU states the records contain sensitive health information protected by federal law without providing any other details. So right now, both sides are looking a little like, what are you guys doing? So OHSU maintains that Salloway was terminated for professional and communication concerns, which you just brought some examples of.
Yeah.
Not for serious misconduct. Basically saying, nothing to see here, folks. Keep it moving. But hold on. How not serious is it? Because it's only been 4 months. So it must be pretty serious professional and communication concerns. Yet we're not allowed to know why as the public. It doesn't make any sense. And Brianna, I know you're a woman of color. I'm a woman of color. The thing that always makes me a little is when a person of color gets fired and the first thing they say is it's because I'm a person of color.
Right.
And there's always a thing where I'm immediately I'm is it? And I get a little just little hackles. I get ready to fight.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
then I don't know, man.
Yeah. It's hard not to be reactive about that. I get it.
Yeah. It's so messy. But so what we need is clarity. And I feel like OHSU can't be giving us that right now. So I don't know what they're hiding. I don't know what's going on.
Well, let's all give it up for Miss Amy Schlossman, who's bringing all types of expertise from...
Oh, is that the new CEO?
Yep, that's the new CEO at OHSU. She did a huge turnaround at Baltimore's Sinai Hospital. And let me tell you something. Patient safety rankings went from last in Maryland to first under her leadership. Give it up for her. Give it up for my girl. So her first day is set for August 31st. And the serendipitous connection, come on, ladies, give it up. Monday was also the first day for Dr. Susan Huang as the president and CEO of Legacy Health. It's a new era of female leadership in Oregon Health. Is it? Is it? I feel it. I want it.
So if there's no CEO for like 2.5 months, is it just going to be like anyone can do whatever they want to while they're there?
No, they called on retired
know.
homies to come and fill the position.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it just shows like how needed that CEO position sometimes is. They're like, so everyone below them is like, so I just continue to do my job? Okay, I got it.
Exactly.
Well, that is a mess. I mean, it's a mess from top to bottom for OHSU because like what has been reported from Willamette Week, which again is like these accounts of professional and communication situations that would be like, what are you doing, dude? Like that's kind of odd. But also to get fired 4 months in and without being told clearly, without wanting to release your files, that's also really weird. That's also really weird. So I don't know. I'm curious who's going to be sued next, you know, because he already lawyered up. Salloway already lawyered up.
CityCast Portland for reporting this. It's gonna, we're going to get
fingers crossed. Just so you know, people do come at us for reporting a story that's been reported. And we're just like, we're literally just telling you the facts of what happened. You can't like... You cannot.
No legal standing here.
We literally had the reporter on to talk it through. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. But yeah, well, I guess we're going to keep an eye on that. OPB, dang. Just so you know, OPP has never lost. So good luck, OHSU. Let's take a quick break here. When we come back, Kotek's wildfire state of emergency. Listen up, LGBTQ plus community. If you're looking for a new healthcare provider, check out Bywater Health. That's Bywater with a BY. They're founded by a queer nurse practitioner and are offering comprehensive primary care, HIV treatment and prevention, same-day STI testing, and more. Bywater Health combines expert clinical care with the radical joy of queer culture, so no judgment, no filters, just smart, sex-positive medicine that respects your identity. They also accept most commercial insurance plans. You can find out more details and request an appointment by visiting bywaterhealth.com. Again, that's Bywater with a BY. bywaterhealth.com. Got leftover paint, stain, or varnish taking up space in your basement or garage? You're not alone. Many of us finish a project and end up with half-used cans we're just not sure what to do with. Don't let them sit there collecting dust, taking up space. Recycle them with Paint Care. Whether it's cans from a recent renovation or years of storage, Paint Care helps ensure your paint is managed responsibly and kept out of landfills. Drop off your cans for free at one of more than 175 conveniently located drop-off sites across Oregon. To find a drop-off site near you, visit paintcare.org. That's paintcare.org. Some alarming news this Tuesday. Governor Tina Kotek declared an emergency due to the imminent threat of wildfires in our state. Now, this is a quote from her press release that went out Tuesday morning. Increasing heat, dry vegetation, and shifting winds continue to align and create dangerous conditions that demand immediate action. So this declaration not only ensures that, anything fire-related or forest-related has what they need, like crews and supplies, it also directs the Oregon Department of Emergency Management to activate the state's Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan, or the CEMP. I don't know if they call it the SEMP, but I will be calling it the camp. I quickly perused it just because I was like, what is this? Y'all, it's so long. But it guides and unites action in mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery of an emergency such as a wildfire. So though scary to hear, I'm just glad that someone is on it. Frankly, I'm surprised she didn't declare an emergency on Monday, because if you were outside this weekend, we were experiencing extreme heat and strong winds. So I guess it came as soon as it could. Governor Kotek's press release also reminded everyone how susceptible we are to wildfires right now because of how little snow we got this winter, and that nearly half of our counties are facing a persistent drought. So, not so fun fact, 70% of wildfires in Oregon are human caused. So we just need to be a little extra careful when we're out in dry brush or interacting with nature this summer. Also, guys, we don't really need fireworks. Just a little pepper there for you. Just fireworks, maybe not this year, okay?
We all grew up with Smokey the Bear. Just keep him in mind.
It's true. It really is up to us. So far this year, the state already has experienced 414 fires, which have burned more than 8,000 acres and caused multiple evacuations. This emergency declaration is in effect until the end of year, unless conditions get better.
And with El Nino, it's unlikely that conditions will get better at the end of the year.
Yeah. Do you want to explain why?
Yeah, well, we have the Super El Nino, which is the first time since, I can't remember the last year it was, but it's, yeah, I think so. But it's essentially, these areas of hot water rising up through the ocean that create much higher temperatures, but can also potentially lead to flooding in some area. But in the West Coast, much more likely to be drought throughout winter, especially, which would make the 2027 summer also just as vulnerable or even more so than what we're looking at right now. And there's a really, really, really high chance, something like 85% chance or higher, that we're going to be seeing this Super El Nino rise up this summer.
Yeah, the Super El Nino has also been blamed for more shark sightings in Southern California. Just a fun fact.
Interesting.
I know.
Okay.
It's like, hey guys, so anyhow, wildfires and sharks. At least we don't have the sharks up here, but I mean, we have sharks up here, don't get me wrong, but I mean, like, they're just like, hey guys, man, stay out of the water.
that must be due to like rising water temperatures that sharks thrive in, I imagine.
Exactly. It is highly recommended for you to subscribe to emergency alerts if you haven't, you guys. It's just oralert.gov. I've got it. It's really helpful, especially if you're out and about in Eastern Oregon. Governor Kotek also advised every household to have an evacuation plan and prepare a go kit. It was scary for Portland because I've never even thought about that for us because, like, we're just, aside from the smoke, we're not considered to be a very high risk, because of cement and buildings. But us too, we need to prepare a kit.
Even in 2020, it was coming up through Oregon City and Milwaukee. People had to be evacuated.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's not that far.
I'm still thinking about just me, though. Me?
St. John's will be fine.
Will I need a kit? I'm like, there's a whole river there. Should I?
Right? That's
man.
my go plan is I'm just going to walk to the river.
Yeah, I'm just going to drown in the river. I'm just going to
drown
drown in the river.
Go. If I'm going to die anyway.
And then you'll be eaten by sharks.
Oh my gosh, it's like a Tommy Wiseau movie come to life.
That is not what's going to happen, you guys. But again, just so you guys know what's going on, it seems like the adults are on it. But please, if you haven't subscribed, for reals, just go right now, oralert.gov. It really is super helpful. All right, well, let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, Portland racked up more James Beard wins. Alex Frane, you were in Chicago.
I sure was. I just got back.
Yeah, you were up for a James Beard Award for your reporting. So
That's right.
And Brooke Jackson-Glidden, who is also frequently on the show, went there. First off, did you win?
We did not win it. We lost to a really, really impressive media company called Roads and Kingdom. It actually bizarrely started as a Tumblr site. And then in 2011, I think it was, and then has expanded greatly over the last decade and a half. Anthony Bourdain was involved with it for some time. It's already won 2 other James Beard Media Awards as well as an Emmy. I mean, it's a really incredible publication. They also host what's called the Anti-ICE Supper Club, which is a fundraiser dinner series that protects immigrants in their communities. And so it was just, I mean, really, like, I know everyone says this when they're nominated for an award, but I do mean this sincerely as possible, which is that it was an incredible honor and incredible privilege to be there in Chicago at the James Beard Media Awards and being named along with publications like Roads and Kingdom, High Country News, and the Food and Environment Reporting Network, which were in our category. It was incredible to be amongst so many other reporters and media and all these like huge names. The awards ceremony was exhausting. It was like almost 4 hours long, but it was still a pretty amazing experience. Absolutely.
Did they feed you or like give you drinks?
Afterwards. So
Not
I was
during
very
the-
hungry. And
Oh my God.
no, there was something. It was all seated in like this
The
auditorium
irony.
and the Art Institute. I know it was kind of funny. There was like a little bit of a snack and some soda water before the awards ceremony. And then we had a little party afterwards. That was great.
Nice.
But Brooke was there Monday. And so I'm going to say this for a reason. I landed on Monday. And I was planning on going home and resting after my long weekend of eating and drinking throughout Chicago. And instead, what I did was I immediately went home, threw my bags into my house, got in my car, and drove to Scotch Lodge. Because Scotch Lodge won for Outstanding Bar at the James Beard Media Awards. I was actually getting alerts and watching the speech from Tommy Cluse, the owner, on my phone on the Max back to my car. It was really, really exciting. So they were nominated last year, but lost to a really fantastic cocktail bar called Kumiko in Chicago. But they won their second time, which was this year, which was really fantastic.
Did you run to them because you knew you were never going to get back in again for like at least 4 months?
I mean, that's a totally reasonable thing. It's absolutely a reasonable concern. But no, I just wanted to go and celebrate with them.
That's so cool.
I mean, I think I've said on the show before that I think it is the best cocktail bar in Portland. And I think it really established itself on Monday night, really proving that.
Highly recommended to get reservations, though. I will say
Absolutely.
It's really hard to just sort of pop in. It happened once during my birthday where I was able just to pop in, but I'm pretty sure it's because it was my birthday and I was like, oh, it's my birthday,
And they do hold some seats for walk-ins, but it's rare, and especially not on weekends.
For people's birthdays.
For people's
I'm
birthdays,
assuming.
exactly. That they have birthday seats.
Just joking. Please, there are no birthday seats. We're joking. Please don't.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued by Scotch Lodge.
Scotch Lodge. That would be hilarious. OPB gets sued by OHSU. We just get sued by Scotch Lodge for saying they have birthday seats. That would be the way CityCast goes down for sure. I was joking. Wait, hold on. Scotch Lodge, that was a National Beard Award because I know there's.
That's correct. So that is Outstanding Bar. That means across the entire country, they are considered to be the best bar in the country.
Wow.
We've won more awards in previous years, but we did pretty well this year. So Ryan Roadhouse of Nodoguro, which is one of the most well-respected, well-regarded restaurants in Portland. It's sort of a take on an omakase, but it's their own weird, wild take on that. It's existed in many different forms for a long time now. It's worked as more of a classic omakase, but it's also been kind of cool, weird pop-up bar sort of vibes. But whatever form it's in, it's always been outstanding. It's currently located downtown. And I got to eat there once. It was really, really fantastic. And Ryan Roadhouse has been the chef ever since it opened. I mean, he and his wife are the founders, and he's the chef. And he won for Best Chef Northwest and Pacific. He's been nominated many times previously, I believe almost always for Best Chef Northwest and now Northwest and Pacific. But this is his first time winning. And he was not the only one nominated for that award. This year, Thomas Pisha-Duffley, who's the chef for Gato Gato and Oma's Hideaway, he was also a nominee. He did not win. That obviously went to Ryan. He's been nominated, I think, 4 times prior to this.
Yeah. Do you know, if there's been a year where Portland has clean house, is that the most James Beards, or has there been years where
No, there was a year that, combining the media and restaurant awards, it was the year that Brooke Jackson Glidden won her James Beard Media Award.
Yeah. How many did we reckon?
I can't remember. I think it was 9, and it was the most of it was the most of any city, and it was media and restaurants combined. And it could be fewer. It could have been 7. It was somewhere between 7 and 9. I remember, which was the most. We just blew everyone away that year. It was really awesome.
I remember that year, and that's why I was was that the one where we just cleaned house? I bring this up because, so as you know, CityCast, it's nationwide. We're CityCast Portland. There is now a CityCast Seattle. We're all on Slack together. And there is this thing, we call it Headline Helper. It's where you kind of just does this work, whatever? And it's usually to your own team, but everyone can jump in. And one of their headlines was 6-year James Beard drought, or we lose again. And I didn't realize for 6 years, Seattle has not gotten one James Beard award.
Seattle gets weirdly overlooked in the James Beard. I think they often get nominees and semifinalists, but there are so many times that they get really bizarrely overlooked, I feel like.
Yeah. So anyhow, I jumped in this and I talked some shit. I was then banned, but it's fine. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I am curious though, Alex, if you were the one who was giving out a James Beard Award, like what restaurant would it have been?
I do think it's kind of surprising that Josh Dorkek, he is the chef at Moss in Ashland. He was nominated this year, but he wasn't a finalist. He'd been nominated, I think, 4 times before that. And I have not made it down to Moss myself, but every single person I have spoken with that has been down to his restaurant has declared it to be one of, if not the best restaurant in the state of Oregon.
Wow.
I mean, competed with every Portland restaurant. I talked to someone who said it was the best meal they'd had all year. And this was somebody who eats out professionally. So it was surprising that he was not only not a winner, but he was not a finalist this year. And I'm wondering when his time is going to come up.
Well, what about in Portland?
In Portland, you know who I want to see nominated sometime? And I could talk about, there's been a lot of really great restaurants that have been nominated but haven't won yet, like Coquine and Maurice. But I'm really curious about when we're going to see OK Owens get nominated again for Outstanding Wine and Other Beverages program, because I think that's one of the best wine lists in the city. And what Brent Braun is doing over with like Rieslings and other wines, I think that would be extremely cool to see them get nominated.
Nice. Well, thank you for giving us the details on that. Before we started, Alex was going off about how he wants to move to Chicago now and he hates Portland. So just a heads up that he may not be on the show.
It's cool that CityCast is going to get yet another lawsuit for when I sue them for complete, what is it, libel or defamation? I can't remember which one's which. It's funny, though, because I maybe did say that to someone while I was in Chicago, like pretty much those exact words. I was in a bit of a crisis state, is how I put it, and was just kind of breaking down over how much is happening in that city.
Yeah, it's a wonderful city.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll sue you back.
Yeah. Damn it.
That's it. Everyone's getting sued.
I want to sue somebody.
It's the American way,
it.
Especially in 2020. Yeah, Brianna, just jump on board.
Just jump on. Sue us.
I'm going to sue America.
Do it.
I will co-sign that one. I will be a whatever it's called.
That's what it is. It's a co-sewer. I'll be a co-sewer on that one.
I think we all
jump
should.
in the sewer. Let's all jump in the sewer.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you both going through some of these headlines. Always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thank you so much for listening. Our production team this week was John Notariani, Julia Fiaioni, Rachel Monahan, Jesse Wiza, Lizzie Goldsmith, Laura Satsui, Elizabeth Kama, and myself. Original music by Jenny Conley and Steven Drizos. Additional music by All the Kimonos. Our ad music is by Sven Lindvall and Sarah the Instrumentalist from Epidemic Sounds via Getty Images. We're actually going to be off tomorrow for Juneteenth, but we'll be back Monday morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's. Or at the Scotch Lodge if it's your birthday, at your special birthday seat, which they definitely have.
Sued. Sued.
Sued.